Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Feels so good to be back to a normal filming schedule. Today we are testing out some new makeup products and it is all this look you see here on my face. So I've got quite a few new makeup products. Some are not particularly new. Well, a lot of them are new, but some are not particularly new. They're just new to my collection, you know what I mean? So testing them out, I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts on them. I am loving the way things turned out, so that might be an indicator of how I feel some of the products are, but you'll have to keep watching to see. If you are new here, hi, I'm Kendra. I post 3 beauty/lifestyle videos a week, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and I'd love to have you guys join the family. Also check out my Instagram if you'd like. I'm pretty active on there and it'd be fun to have you guys join the family on there as well. But without further ado, let's just get right on into the video. Okay, so not all of this is new stuff because your girl has to budget. So I got a few new things, but right now I'm taking this Faced Peachy Matte Cooling Primer and just putting that like on my nose and like just like kind of like dusting it like to the side. Does that make sense? And then for the rest of my face, I'm gonna prime with the Becca Backlight priming filter. I'm like running low, so I have to use the stick from inside to get the product. And I'm just going to take that around my face, around the perimeters, and like kind of towards the cheeks and the center of the forehead. And if you don't want to be annoying, you don't have to use 3 primers, but I'm really annoying and so I'm using a 3rd primer. But if you've been around here for very long, you know that this is something I literally do all of the time. So now we're going in with Smashbox Primer Water. I'm gonna let that soak in and then we're gonna go with our next product, which is new actually, it is. Oh, I guess while this soaks in, I'm gonna address this. If you did not see the video I posted, it's down now. I said it was only gonna be up for like a week and it really only was. I had surgery, so like I had this casted up actually, the cast is gone, but I have to keep this on and underneath it's dissolvable stitches. But as you can see, my hand is like green and purple in certain areas, and that's because the bruising is healing. Like this whole thing was bruised and it's like, that's why it's kind of green now. Same with down here, so I'm sorry, I know it's gross. I've got like purple veins, you know, like, but if you could just hopefully ignore it. If it grosses you out, I apologize. That's just what we got to deal with today. So I'm actually really excited for this next product. This is the Nudestix Tinted Blur Stick. If you guys follow Jamie Page Beauty, or I think Alana Davidson has talked about it too, but I think also Samantha Ravindal, you know those Canadian YouTubers, I love them so much. They're some of my favorite YouTubers ever. This is the Nudestix Tinted Blur Stick. I got the shade Light 3. It was actually kind of really hard to figure out a shade online because I saw that Jamie Page and Samantha Ravindal I think used Light 3. Anyways, it's not like a foundation. It's definitely more of like a, I don't know, what did she describe it as? Jamie Page kind of just described it as like, it's kind of just like a skin tone evener. Skin tone evener. It's kind of more along the lines of a tinted moisturizer, except for it's not moisturizing. But anyways, I'm just going to like, I don't really know how to use this to be honest with you because this is the first time I'm using it. But I'm just going to like paint this on and then use my beauty blender to blend it out. And we'll see. Oh yeah, it might be a little too dark for me, but you know what? It's summer and we want to look darker anyways. For all of you guys that think it's fall, it's not. Fall is like September 22nd or something like that. So if you could just slow down please and let those of us that enjoy summer enjoy it. So I'm just like going to blend it out. Actually, this would probably be maybe better to blend out with a brush, but you know me. Brushes of foundation? Nah, no thank you. Yeah, I probably should have gotten like 1 shade lighter, but it was really hard to like figure out what shade to get online because they said like the next one down had cool undertones and I was like, okay, that's not me. So I don't know what to do, so I got this one. Okay, that looks so good on the skin though. It looks like just like skin and it just gives you a little bit of color. Like a little bit of something, but it looks like your skin. Let's say you don't like leaving the house without something covering up your skin, you're self-conscious or something, which some of us are. Oh, I just dropped my beauty blender. Now it's got cat hair all over it. I can't even talk. This would be something really awesome though if you're like that, which sometimes I am, to just throw on and like put brows on and leave. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's totally something I would do. If I got like an early morning somewhere and I really don't want to get ready, but I need to. Nudestix Tinted Blur Stick. And actually I think this is the first Nudestix product I've ever tried, so that's cool. Jamie Page Beauty did say that if you've got dry skin, I'm just adding a little bit more to like red areas. If you've got dry skin, that you should definitely use a moisturizing primer or go in with something that you know is going to moisturize your skin beforehand, because this is like, it's creamy, like I'm feeling it right now, it's quite creamy, but it's also not as moisturizing or dewy as a foundation. So you might want to go in with a really moisturizing primer, or make sure that your moisturizer you use beforehand is a really good moisturizer if you don't use primer. Or both, like me. I do moisturizer and a moisturizing primer. Okay, the next product I'm using is also new, and it is the Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. It is bigger than the original Too Faced Born This Way concealer, like the component is bigger. I don't know if it comes with more product, it probably does. I got the shade Vanilla, which I think is like 3 or 4 shades up. They have quite a large shade range if I remember correctly, which is quite cool. You guys know me though, if you've been around here a long time, I don't usually wear foundation, I usually just use concealer. So this is a little different because I do have like a little bit of that tinted blur stick on, but I'm gonna take the concealer here. This might be too yellow for me. It'll probably work. And I'm just gonna use it to conceal the places that I need concealed. I've never used this before, by the way. Like, this is brand new to me, so we shall see how it works. I don't wanna use too much because I know it is quite full coverage. So if I need more, I can always go in with more. Keep that in mind when you're using makeup products like concealer or foundation. Most concealers and foundations do a pretty good job of building on top of each other. So if you need more, go in with more, but start with a decent amount. Okay, yeah, a little goes a really long way with that. I put too much on my forehead, but that's okay. It still looks all right. I'm not sure if I love how this is looking on my under eyes right now, which is shocking because I've heard amazing things about it. I think I just have to play around with it, and I think it also might be a little too yellow, but for some reason, like, I love the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, but for some reason they have such a large shade range with these concealers and the foundation. I have never found like my perfect shade though. Like, I think I use the shade Pearl. It's either Pearl or Snow. No, Snow is really light. I think it's Pearl in the Born This Way foundation, and it works, but it's slightly too like pinky peachy, you know? And I need more of like a kind of neutrally, but with some warm undertones, like yellowy peachy undertones, not pinky peachy. Does that make sense? Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. That's a really good possibility. I think that might be true also. Okay, everything is blended. It looks good, but it is full coverage for sure. And well, I don't know if I'd say like full coverage, but pretty full. I'm going to just take a little bit more, and I'm scared to take that color because it is pretty yellow. I'm gonna take some of my Wet n Wild concealer, which you guys are probably so sick of me talking about on my channel because I talk about it so much. I have a few blemishes that are a little stubborn right now because it's been so long since I filmed. This isn't gonna be the first video you see up on my channel because I'm actually filming testing out the new Too Faced Tutti Frutti collection, and that video is gonna go up before this one. This is the first video I've filmed in like I filmed like a vlog style get ready with me. By the way, I'm using the Wet n Wild this powder, PhotoFocus powder, because I don't have a new powder to use, and this was the easiest one I could grab. I don't want to set this fully because I want to like test it without setting it fully, so I'm just taking a tiny bit of powder, and I'm not particularly bringing it super close to my under eye. I'm just kind of like, just sweeping a little bit, you know what I mean? I don't know. Does that make any sense? Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But I am going to plop this all over my nose because that is the one area that I get shiny throughout the day. And my chin because makeup rubs off there. Oh, I just realized there's areas of that foundation that I did not blend out. I could definitely see myself using that tinted blur stick like a lot, especially if it lasts like a good time throughout the day. Really quickly, I'm just gonna set my face with the Hourglass Ambient lighting palette, which I don't use all the time because it's a luxury product. and it's expensive, but it is a great one. So if you're looking for something along these lines, I highly recommend it. Like a finishing veil powder that is not gonna dry you out. This is awesome. Okay, I don't have any new brow products, which is no surprise because I never have any new brow products. I'm gonna jump off camera, do my brows, and prime my eyes, and then I'm gonna go with a new eyeshadow palette that I'm so excited for. You have no idea. So I will be right back, and then we will continue on with our fun here we're having. Okay, we're back. I just wanted to say two things. Remember how I said I wasn't loving the way the Too Faced concealer looked? Well, I'm obsessed now, so there's that. But I love the way my face looks right now. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's this combination, or maybe it's both of the things are just great on their own. But I love the way my skin looks. It looks warm and healthy and dewy. Obviously, the Hourglass, why did that, do you just say a word sometimes and you're just like, that doesn't make sense. Like, have you ever said your name 50 times in a row and it just starts to sound weirder and weirder every single time? Maybe I'm just a psychopath. That's very possible. Anyways, I know that this powder looks great on the skin. It's like an Instagram filter for your face. So I already know that. I've been using that for over a year and a half, almost 2 years now. But I think that this combination my face loves because it does not look like I'm wearing a bunch of makeup, but I look healthy and fresh and glowy and dewy, and I'm obsessed. So I did my brows. They look a little darker than normal. Maybe I'm just being self-conscious, but I just dyed them, so they're obviously darker than usual. I used my normal stuff though. I used ABH Brow as an ABH brow powder. I'm so excited for this palette, you guys. This is the Smashbox Cover Shot eyeshadow palette in the pinks and palms. I kind of wish this was more pinky, but you know what? That's really okay. This is new and it came out for the summer. I'm not sure. I haven't seen much reviews on it or anything like that, but this is what it looks like. It's gorgeous. I'm really into pinks right now for eyes. I'm trying to get the, there we go. There's like a plastic film on the mirror. This is, I can't talk. Anyways, I am loving like mini palettes these days. Like, you guys know how obsessed I am with the, what is it called? The Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. I got the Aphrodisiac palette. I got this. I'm really into these. I don't know why. I'm obsessed. So I am totally digging. I feel like it's just so easy for you to like put together a look because you've got everything you need in this area. So I'm really gonna go for like a peachy, pinky, fun, vibrant, gorgeous look with the turquoise as well, because we have to use that. So I'm gonna take this shade right here. It's the more peachy pink, and they do have names, but it's so hard for me to figure out the names. I think this is called Melon Baller. It would make sense because it's like the more melony shade. Melanie? That's a name. Cute. I've also never used Smashbox. Have I even ever used a Smashbox eyeshadow? I don't know. But I've never used a Smashbox Cover Shot for that. I know that for sure. I've swatched them and everything, but anyways. I'm taking this shade and sweeping it along the transition area here. Okay, this is blending out really, it's really soft, first of all. It's blending out super soft and really well, and I like it so far. We'll see. We shall see. So far so good, but things could always change. I like just got the mobility back in my wrist, so doing eyeshadow, it feels weird. It does hurt my wrist a little bit, but it feels good because I've been wanting to play with eyeshadow for so freaking long, and I couldn't because of my wrist, because it was like all casted up. Okay, so I think I'm gonna take this more vibrant pink right here, and I believe this is called Flamingo Pink, which makes perfect sense. And I'm going to take this ColourPop, like it was before they started putting names or numbers on them, but it's just like a fluffy brush, but it's like more squeezed. I can't think of words today. You know what I mean? There's a word for that and I just can't think of it. But this is what I'm taking, and I'm going into the outer third and up into the crease because I wanted to have fun with makeup today. Ooh, that is really pretty and it's blending out really easily. I'm impressed so far. I mean, yeah, I've only had 2 shades down, but I'm impressed. Okay, so now I'm gonna lay down this gorgeous pink color. Do you guys get annoyed that sometimes I talk to you when I'm not looking at the camera because I'm like trying to find a brush? Because I realize it's something I do a lot now and I never used to, and I apologize. So I'm gonna take It's more of a satiny color. It's not super metallic, but it's really pretty. It's this shade right here. Wait, am I even pointing at the right one? That one. And it is called, I think, What the Fuchsia. WTF, but instead of just F, it's fuchsia. So like What the Fuchsia. That's cute. I'm digging this. I'm just going to take it on this Lamora Classic Shader Brush. This is a brush set I've talked about quite a few times on my channel. It's from Amazon. It's like $12 for 7 eye brushes, and they're all amazing. I love all of them. The brush I use for my inner corner highlight and my brow bone highlight, I literally use every single day, and it's from this set. It's also linked down below if you were curious. But I'm just going to pat this across the lid. I am noticing that, well, no, it's applying pretty well. I feel like it'd be a lot better with my finger, but lately I've just been applying all my lid shades with my finger these days, and it's just like making my life so much easier. I'm obsessed with the way this looks though. I love it already. Definitely not like a full-on metallic shade though, but it does look really pretty, and it is quite, it's more than satin, but it's not metallic. Does that make sense? I don't know. Have I said, does that make sense? I think I said it like at least 5 times in this video. I feel like it's kind of a little stubborn to apply, but it looks really great once it is applied. I just realized I never zoomed you guys in, so hopefully you can still see everything from how far back you are. It's been a while since I filmed you guys, so don't hate me. It wasn't my choice, I had to get surgery. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little bit more of the Flamingo Pink shade, which is what we use on the outer V and the crease, and I'm just gonna do the same thing. Sometimes after we apply the lid shade, we lose the transition, not the transition, the crease shade, and we don't want to. So we just gotta, you know, go back in and add a little bit more. And then to add more of the transition shade, I'm going back in with that Melanie shade. Wait, Melanie? Melon Baller. I'm a baller, and I like watermelon, so that works, right? Okay. So we've got this really pretty pink look. I'm loving it. I'm gonna jump really quick to the lower lash line, and then I might add something more fun. I'm not really sure. So I'm gonna take the turquoise shade, teal shade, whatever you call it, and I think this is called Palm Print. And I'm taking another brush from the Lamora brush set. This is the detailed pencil. Something I'm trying to do now is tell you guys my brushes, because I realized I never did that. And I'm sweeping this along the lower lash line. I don't need like full pigment, like of straight up blue eyeliner, you know what I mean? But I want a little bit of blue. Okay, for the inner corner highlight, a lot of times I take my actual highlighter, but I think I'm gonna take a shade from this, and I'm gonna take this shade up top, which is like a very, very, very light champagne-y pink. Are we focused? And I'm gonna take this pinky, it's super, super fair pinky shade. It is called, I think this is called Borrowed Bling. No, 72 and Sunny. I don't know, you guys. Why is it so hard to figure out this? Anyways, I'm gonna place this on the inner corner, but I'm also gonna drag it closer to where I placed the blue down on the lower lash line. And I'm also going to bring it into the inner third on the lid. And then just a little bit more of the, What the Fuchsia. And I'm just gonna blend it in with the shade we just placed. So I'm just gonna take that same shade on the same brush and bring it up top, right at the top of my brow bone. Oh, that's really pretty as a brow bone highlight. I really like that. Okay, I think we're done with the eyes. Oh, I'm just loving the way my skin looks right now. I love it. I do not have a bronzer or blush, so I'm actually just going to take, I don't want a bunch of bronzer today, which is shocking because I love bronzer, but I love this look and I kind of want to keep it like more focused on the eyes. So I'm just gonna take the more warm, darker shade in the Hourglass palette and sweep it along my face. I'm just gonna speed through this really fast. And same with blush, I don't have a blush, so I'm gonna use the Fenty Beauty Matchstick in Chili Mango. Actually, I'm gonna choose a different blush. I'll be right back. I'll let you guys know what blush I end up choosing, but I'm not gonna use that one because I thought that this look might be a little bit more peachy pink, but it's actually a little bit more like purpley cool toned pink, so I need to find a different blush. So I'm going to use my Kylie Cosmetics blush in the shade, what is this called? Barely Legal. It's like the very cool toned, like, I kind of relate it to like doll cheeks, like, you know, look, but it's super pretty. And I love the Kylie Cosmetics blushes. They don't apply like too heavy. You really have like room to like manipulate it and make it look the way you want it to look. And that is why I love them. But also you guys know that the X-rated blush, the super orangey peachy one, is like one of my favorite blushes of all time, so. Okay, highlighter, I gotta say something. I did use this already, so shoot me, hate me, I was that excited. This is the Natasha Deanna Super Glow Extreme Shine Crystal Highlighting Powder. Now she has highlighters already, but she came out with this one, which literally has like crushed pearls or something in it, like crushed pearls and gems. Honestly, let's figure it out. Let's look it up on my phone really fast. So I got the shade number 1, which is Fair, and it's an icy ivory. I don't know if I consider this ivory. I feel like this is more of like a champagne-y pink, but you know what, to each their own. I really wanted to get shade number 2, which is a nude champagne. It looks so pretty, but I just think it'd be too dark on my skin tone, so I didn't buy it. But this says it is a highlighter that gives an intense 3-dimensional ethereal glow for an enhanced sophisticated evening. Chroma crystals, high concentration of crushed and milled chroma crystals mixed with crushed pearls. How freaking bougie. I will say it looks like darker in the pan than it shows up on my skin, but I'm just using my ColourPop brush. This is like my favorite highlighting brush ever. And look at that, like straight up glass on my skin. No joke. Like, I was so excited to use it, and I was so happy that I picked it up even though it was so pricey, because it really does look amazing on the skin. Now, is it my favorite shade? No, absolutely not. I would definitely prefer something a little bit more like peachy, or like something that had a little bit more of like a golden shift to it, because I feel like those just tend to look a little bit more natural on my skin tone. Something that's super icy or like white, I don't love for a day-to-day look, but it does still look really great. So I'm just taking a little bit above my brow bone and a little bit on my forehead to give us that like super glass skin, glowy skin look here. And I love, oh, I just love it. I love the way it looks. I just wish it was slightly a different color. Because see how it like, there's almost no color to it, it's just pure shine. But you think that there'd be like a little bit more of that pinky champagne color to it, but it almost just like seriously just comes off as straight shine rather than color. And I think they did I think she did a really great job. I just usually take my finger for my nose and go down the nose and tip of the nose. And then after I do that, if I want more on my Cupid's bow, I use my finger to really concentrate it. Oh, that is so pretty. To intensify the inner corner highlight a little bit more, I'm gonna take this and place it right on top. Okay, now that we are done, the last new thing I have, this is the Flower Beauty Seal the Day Hydrating Setting Spray in Dewy Finish. I've heard really great things about this, and I've heard that the mister is like the best mister at the drugstore ever, which is cool. So I'm going to quickly mist my face with this, set all my makeup. Oh my gosh, this is so fine. That feels amazing. And that is so freaking fine. Like, I'm shocked. And then I just pat it all into my skin. And then I don't have a new mascara, so I'm gonna apply mascara really fast, but I do have a new lipstick. I guess, so wait, this wasn't the last new product I have. I have one more new product. So I'm gonna do my mascara, and then I'll be right back with you guys to do my lipstick. Okay, we're back. I've got some mascara on. I feel like a normal human being again. I mean, this isn't new. Duh. Dose of Colors Look lipsticks are not new, but this is the shade Let's Cuddle. And I was watching a Tina Halada video, I love her so much, and she used this shade and I think it looked amazing on her, and I've been meaning to try a Dose of Colors liquid lipstick for so long, so I finally was just like, you know what, I'm gonna do it right now. This is like a peachy nude, and sometimes I either love or hate peachy nudes, depending on how deep they are and how light they are, so pray for me, okay? I'm not gonna use a lip liner or anything, because I a lot of times don't, but, okay, this is way too light, uh-oh. I hate it already. Okay, it did not look this light on her, I swear. Okay, so like that's a big bummer because I think I hate this so much. I just hate these colors. Like I hate it, like I hate it. But I really like the way the liquid lipstick feels on my lips. That's kind of a bummer. But I'm gonna leave it on for the sake of this video while we finish, even though I'll change it in a second. But this is our final look here. I'm gonna get a little bit closer so that we can see everything. Look at that highlighter. Oh my gosh. And the eyes. Probably still have a little mascara on my eyelids, so don't judge me if I do, but. Oh, I love like everything I use today except for the lipstick color. I'm gonna like dust off that mascara really fast. Okay guys, so that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please let me know by giving me a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe if you are new here. I post 3 videos a week, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So if you want to see them, hit the subscribe button down below. And also don't forget to check out my Instagram if you'd like. It'll be right here on the screen as well as listed down below. But I'm gonna let you guys go. Have a great morning, noon, evening, day, night, whenever it happens to be that you're watching this video. And I will see you in my next one. Bye.